Hi, welcome to my channel. I wanted to start this channel because I wanted to have a way to chronicle my weight loss journey by adopting a low-fat, plant-based diet. So I have basically been watching YouTube videos for the last several years on raw vegan and also the vegan movement, and then I finally stumbled onto the low-fat, whole foods, plant-based diet. And I watched the documentary Forks Over Knives, and I've read several books. And the one book that stuck out to me the most was Dr. McDougall's The Starch Solution. And I thought to myself, hey, I can do this diet. So I ended up changing my eating habits, and I slowly changed them, but I was not fully over the fence. I still hung on to cheese and some oil-based dressings. There were times I thought, oh my goodness, I am eating so healthy and I can do this. You know, this food is still great tasting. And what I didn't realize was I was kind of sabotaging myself health-wise. And back in August of 2015, I ended up going into AFib, atrial fibrillation, and it scared me. And I went to the ER, and they had to, give me medicine to bring my heart rate down. After about 3 hours in the ER, I ended up converting back into normal sinus rhythm. And I thought to myself from that day on that I was going to change my life, my eating habits. And I was tired of being sick and tired. And so I did do that. I started eating healthier. I started trying to incorporate some of, Dr. McDougall's recipes, and I did well. But, after you start feeling a little bit better, I lost probably 20 pounds. And after you start feeling better, sometimes life gets in the way and you start eating some of the things that you shouldn't be eating. Like I would make pizza, and I'm thinking it's a great pizza. It's got vegetables on it, and onions and peppers and broccoli and all that good stuff. And but I would then slather with cheese, and I would put it on a crust that had oil in it. So I wasn't really getting the connection for the most part. So a month and a half later, I ended up going into AFib again, and went back to the ER, and I saw my cardiologist. And long story short, I knew that I had to be more serious and get some weight off. I actually did very well. When I was in the ER, they took some blood, and they discovered that I was hyperthyroid. And so I was on medicine. I've been on medicine for probably 20 years as hypothyroid. And I don't know if it was because of the diet that made my levels go wacky. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that, with me trying to be a little more careful in what I'm eating, I was losing weight, that maybe my thyroid was trying to heal itself. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Because some of the books that I've read and things like that, I'm thinking, maybe that's what was going on. So anyway, they took me off the medicine, and I thought, great, no more of this synthetic drug, because I wanted to get off this drug for quite a while. So I never really kind of found a way to do that. I just figured, I'm stuck in the mud here. I might as well just take this synthetic drug. It's the only thing that's going to help me anyway. And so I left it at that. So when they took me off the drug, I was ecstatic. And probably through the course of like 8 months to a year, I'm not taking the Synthroid, and all of a sudden, you know, I had a couple episodes of AFib in that year, but then just recently in December, from December till now, I started having them almost every 2 weeks and a couple times every week. And I'm thinking to myself, what is happening here? So anyway, in December, I had another AFib episode, and I said, this is it. I am so done with this. I'm so done with my body going wacky. I developed some other minor issues that are going on in my body. I wasn't feeling good. I put on the 20 pounds that I lost previously. I put back on plus, and my diet was just haywire. I would eat healthy for 3 to 4 weeks, and I'd lose almost 20 pounds, and then I'd go back to the standard American diet, and I would gain the 20 pounds plus. And my body was just, it was just screaming out at me, stop the insanity, stop this craziness that you're doing to me. And so I just, after that one AFib episode that I had in December, it was the beginning of December, and I said, that's it. I am done. I am going to stop having one foot on one side of the fence and one foot on the other side of the fence. And I'm just gonna jump on over to the low-fat, whole foods, plant-based diet. And I did that. And I'm happy to say that as of today, which I believe is April, April 7th, 2016, I lost 50 pounds since December 7th of 2015. So it's been about 4 months, and I am not looking back. I am trying to learn everything I can. Every day I learn something new, and I love the quote by Maya Angelou, and where she says, when you know better, you do better. And so I love that, and I'm trying to incorporate that in my life. So that's the reason why I've started this channel. I want to chronicle my life on this diet. I want to prove that by eating a low-fat, plant-based diet, whole foods plant-based diet, that I can heal myself, that I can lose weight, and that I can be back to who I'm supposed to be. I take full responsibility because, you know, in the end, at the end of the day, I'm responsible for what I put in my mouth, for what I eat. I am, not anyone else. It's up to me to research. It's up to me to read labels. That's so important. And you try to, you go into the grocery store and you try to eat something, you find something in a box and you're like, hey, that's vegan. I can do this. But then you turn it around and you look at the ingredient list, and it's so packed full of preservatives and so packed full of oils. Sometimes not just one oil, but they have the sunflower, the palm oil, the canola oil, olive oil. There's just so many oils, and you don't really realize it. And sometimes it's like the first ingredient or the third ingredient, and it's like, no oil. And so it's important to read labels. Even though you adopt this lifestyle. If you like this video, please subscribe below and hit like and tell your friends and help me do this. Let's do this together. Okay? So I will see you next time. Ciao.